777 LVIII, as hello and welcome here to this Super Bowl preview show. And yes, I know I haven't done an NFL preview show since the start of the week 1, and that was when Aaron Rodgers was still actually playing there for the Jets without being injured. And hello and welcome back to the Ratio Rambo NFL videos as well. Today, you know what? It's the Super Bowl. This is Super Bowl week, Super Bowl weekend fever coming. So because of that, I had to make a preview show on Super Bowl 58 and who will win the Vince Lombardi trophy between the two teams who play in red. The first one, San Francisco 49ers, Brock Purdy, George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, them three people playing for the 49ers. Who knows what can happen? They will be up against, however, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Isaiah Pacheco on the wing, on the running back position. That is what the Chiefs are up against, and that is what the 49ers are also up against for this Super Bowl title. But rightio then, let's get straight to it, and let me talk to you about Super Bowl 58. The stage is set. Let's bring it on. And first of all, let's talk about the team far, far west of America, far, far west of New York in particular. Let's talk about the San Francisco 49ers. They do play their home games at Santa Clara, not San Francisco, which is a bit of a shame. But first of all, let's talk about, well, how the 49ers got here. So I am going to do a road to the Super Bowl path after this little segment. But first of all, let's talk about the seeding there. The 49ers, they did get the number 1 seed. They were the best team there in the NFC. They did very well. I believe they also got a record of 12-5, which, well, if that is the case, they did very, very well with that 12-5 record. Just the Dallas Cowboys and the Detroit Lions actually finished with the same record. But, first of all, let's talk to you about, well, who they played in the playoffs. Because they were the number 1 seed, they did get a bye into the divisional. And because of that, they did end up playing the, well, relentless Green Bay Packers. And they were relentless because they just beat the 2 seed Dallas Cowboys in the AT&T Stadium, which, well, not a lot of teams do, but the Packers do. The Packers, the Cowboys, Packers are like their kryptonite. How they can never get there. When they play the Packers, you know it's done. The only bad thing is that for Packers, 49ers is their kryptonite. So, well, they did the hard bit, but then, are they going to stop their old enemy in San Francisco? No. No, they didn't. And even though Brock Purdy and Jordan Love did very, very well in the playoffs, in the divisional round, it was the 49ers who won the game by 24-21. However, they were leading 21-14 up until the fourth quarter when the 49ers managed to come back and win that game. Then they were in, well, the NFC Divisional Championship game, where if you win, you will become the champions of the NFL. And they did beat Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions. So basically, if Detroit would have won, we would have seen a Taylor Swift v Eminem Super Bowl, which would have been quite funny. But we didn't sadly. And, well, Brock Purdy, again, he's shown his class, especially in the second half. Because, well, yeah, they were down and out, 49ers. 24-7 down at the end of the first half. They were down and out. And then somehow, Brock Purdy in the 49ers offense managed to turn it around. And well, touchdown there from Brandon Ayuk, Christian McCaffrey, and Elijah Mitchell sealed the deal and gave 49ers that coveted spot in the Super Bowl at Las Vegas. Then, let's talk to you about the Tomahawk Chop Men, the team who will play in the middle of America, the Kansas City Chiefs. Dubbed, well, the best team in NFL, potentially one of the best teams in NFL history, I don't know, but they are the Chiefs. The Chiefs are a team that are relentless in the Super Bowl playoffs. They always find a way to get to that Super Bowl. They always find a way. They have been in the last 5 out of the 6 Super Bowls. The last recent one they were in was last season when they did beat the Philadelphia Eagles 35-33, I think. So, yeah, they must be a good team then, the Chiefs. They must be a good team if they manage to beat the Eagles by 38-35. But, first of all, let's talk to you about the season. And they did not have a great season, actually, the Chiefs, as you expect. So they did finish the season off with 11-6 record. They were the number 3 seed there in the NFL. The Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills was the one that finished above them. They did actually have the same record, the Chiefs, as the Cleveland Browns, who basically didn't have a quarterback. They had Joe Flacco, who saved them, and then Tua Tagovailoa, Miami Dolphins. So that is where they did finish, 11-6, the number 3 seed. And then, going into the wildcard round, they absolutely demolished the Dolphins. You know why, though? They played in negative 30 degrees weather. I would feel the same too. If I were playing in negative 20 degree weather, I wouldn't want to play. I'd want to get all my overalls on and that's it. So for Chiefs, it's like they're going across the world. It's like they're going to Middle East or Antarctica in this road to the Super Bowl. But yeah, they did beat the Dolphins there 26-7. Tyreek Hill didn't really have the greatest of comebacks. However, he did score a touchdown. Then, going into the divisional round, they did play against Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. That was a good game. That was a very, very good game there at Highmark Stadium. And, well, we always knew it was going to be a good game anyway. But talking about kryptonite, Chiefs the Bills kryptonite. How, yeah, every time we play the Chiefs, they know they lost. And they did actually beat the Chiefs, this season, Bills, 20-17 at the Arrowhead Stadium. So, the fact that they beat them at Highmark Stadium, fair play. Fair play on the Chiefs. Then, after that, they went to the divisional, played against the number 1 seed of the Baltimore Ravens, and, well, they did their own thing, Chiefs. They did what Chiefs tend to do. You got a right to fight, to party. And, well, they just found a way. They find a way to win, Chiefs. They're one of them teams where you have to break them down, but you have to break them down to the limits. Because what that one glimmer of hope there from the Chiefs, and then they will win the game. And that is exactly what they did. Granted, Ravens had an absolutely shocking game. Lamar Jackson, Mark Andrews, Odell Beckham Jr. was nowhere. Yeah, they didn't have a good game. I mean, discipline, they were off their heads. And they lost the game 17-10. But the Chiefs' defense, Chris Jones in particular, he had a brilliant game then. And, well, the touchdown there from Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift's own, and Isaiah Pacheco finished the deal and gave them the second spot in Las Vegas. So that is really it. That is how the two teams really got here. But let's first of all talk about, well, the precisely race. And let's talk about, well, the road to the Super Bowl. And let me tell you in brief detail how the NFL season went. So, for the San Francisco 49ers, they obviously got an overall rating of 12-5, which did mean they were the number 1 seed and meant they had a bye weekend, so they skipped the wildcard round to go to the divisional. But, well, the seasonal record, they finished 12-5. They did get some very impressive wins, including beating last year's runners-up Philadelphia Eagles 42-19 away at Lincoln Financial Field, beating Dallas Cowboys by 42 points to 10. And, well, Brock Purdy, he had a good game, and it were even that good. They benched him and put Sam Darnold in. And, yeah, basically, 49ers this year have been a team to watch out on because they know what they are. They know how good they are. They know, obviously, with the likes of Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey, they are 3 very, very agile players there who play for the San Francisco 49ers. I mean, Christian McCaffrey, wow. What a player. What a player he is. Or in football terms, what a baller. That is how good McCaffrey is. As a running back, he will destroy any defense what the opposition has. He will destroy it. Because he's like a battering ram. Out. He will come at you either way. If you try and stop him, no. McCaffrey just finds a way to open that and, well, gets a touchdown there for the 49ers. That is how good Christian McCaffrey is, number 23 of the San Francisco 49ers. Another player, actually, that has done really well this year, Brandon Ayuk. And I know a lot of people haven't really been talking about him a lot last season and obviously the previous season because we were talking about George Kittle and Deebo Samuel. But Brandon Ayuk, he's been a good player there for the 49ers. He's been a player that is always there and he's agile. He knows where to be, Brandon Ayuk. And that is what I will credit him. That is what I will credit number 11 of the 49ers. Then, obviously, Deebo Samuel, like I said, he is, well, he's a very good player, isn't he? He's a very good player. He did score a hat-trick of touchdowns against the Philadelphia Eagles when they won 42-19, so he must be a player to watch. He hasn't done really great in the playoffs, but, well, he's done good. George Kittle, tight end there. We know how good George Kittle is, and that will be a brilliant race. That will be a brilliant competition this Super Bowl. George Kittle versus Travis Kelce, two of the best tight ends in the league, facing off at Las Vegas. And I mean, you couldn't get any better than that. That is, well, a fairy tale story if you couldn't think of any. And yeah, George Kittle is just one of them that, well, you know how good he's going to be, any Kittle. You know how good he's going to be. Purdy throws it to him. There's only one way Kittle's going, and that's to a touchdown. So, you know overall that George Kittle is there to destroy teams. Kyle Juszczyk and all, he's done alright, the fullback there of the 49ers. Now, however, let's talk about the defense. And, well, I have to start off with Nick Bosa. He is a warrior. He is an absolute warrior. He's an absolute unit in that 49ers defense. He will go and, well, he's like a shark. He can smell blood. He can smell when an opposition is, well, ready to, well, get nervous. He's one of them, how he will strike you at any direction. Even if he's not having a good game, he will do that. Because that is Nick Bosa for you. That is Nick Bosa. Chase Young and all, obviously, defensive end there from Washington. He, as well, improved. He has improved, obviously, since he did get traded from the Washington Commanders to the San Francisco 49ers. He has improved, and, well, that's really it. The defense, the standout defense, is obviously Nick Bosa, and then that's pretty much it. You've obviously got Tashaun Gibson, the safety. He's a good defensive player there, the 49ers, 33 years old. He can come at you, and yeah, pretty much that is the 49ers. That is the team. The record 12-5. They did beat the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions to get to this stage. And, well, Kyle Shanahan's men are one very, very good team. They're a very, very good team. And, well, just like that then, 49ers done. NFC off, move to the AFC with the Kansas City Chiefs. So now, let's talk about the AFC champions of the Kansas City Chiefs. And, well, you always know with the Chiefs, however bad they are in the season, they find a way to get into the Super Bowl. And it is exactly like New England Patriots with Bill Belichick, how, well, they had Tom Brady, a elite quarterback, leading them. Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski found a partnership similar to Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. And I know this seems weird, but nowadays, yeah, when you just see Travis Kelce's face, you just think of Taylor Swift, don't you? Sadly, all them shake it off. You'll have to shake Taylor Swift news off. We are not going to talk about her for today. We're going to talk about proper football, proper American football, to be precise, for my British viewers. But, yeah, basically, they finished the season 11-6, so they were tied with the Buffalo Bills and the Cleveland Browns, which, well, Bills you can expect. Browns, well, Joe Flacco just had a masterclass, didn't he? And that is the reason why he did receive the Comeback of the Year award. He definitely deserves it. At the start of the season, he was sat on a couch watching it. Then he's playing there for the Cleveland Browns, getting them into a playoff place. That, my friends, well done you. But yeah, because of the Chiefs, they had to go into a wild card round, and they did, well, beat the Dolphins 26-7 in a very, very cold Kansas City heat. Kansas City heat? What am I on about? Kansas City, well, tundra. It was a frozen tundra. It was absolutely freezing. However, Patrick Mahomes found a way to get the win through to the divisional, where you do play the Buffalo Bills. That game was probably one of the best games there in the playoffs, and you knew it were. You knew Buffalo Bills and Chiefs would have a very, very good entertainment, and that's what it were. Josh Allen disappointed again. Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift roll on to the AFC Championship game against the Baltimore Ravens. And Baltimore, they've beaten all the best teams. They've beaten 49ers. They've beaten all the best teams. They've beaten the Dolphins, the 49ers, the Jaguars, the Rams, the Detroit Lions. So, thinking of that, you thought, hang on, they're going to get into the Super Bowl here. Travis Kelce just said you've got a right to fight a party. And, that they just shot off the Lamar Jackson rumours. I mean, he did get the MVP of the season, which is good. But, yeah, Travis Kelce, I mean, he's always like that, isn't he? He's a bit crackers. But you're happy, Travis Kelce, and well, roll on to the Super Bowl where they'll be playing the 49ers. But yeah, for the Chiefs standard, they haven't really had a particularly good season. They would have expected to obviously get the number 1 seed, but they didn't. So they did get the number 3 seed, which is quite different to the 49ers. They've had to get the number 1 seed. But Chiefs have fought the hard way. They've done the hard way. They've gone to Buffalo away. They've gone to Baltimore away, and they've won there. Why can't they win in Vegas? Who knows? However, barring from obviously them 2 statistics and how the teams play out, it only comes down to one game. And that one game is the Super Bowl. Who will win the Super Bowl? Who will win the Vince Lombardi Trophy? Who will be the champion of the world? So basically, I think if it does go down to that, I think quarterbacks will be a big thing for this. And I mean, I know the 2 defenses are both going to rock out. The 49ers defense will, the Chiefs defense will. Obviously, Chris Jones, he will potentially have a field day. The 49ers defense, Nick Bosa, could potentially have a field day. That's why I would love to see Chris Jones versus Nick Bosa, because they're the two of the best defensive players in the league. So if they battle it out, obviously battling against Brock Purdy and Patrick Mahomes, that would be the good thing. And that is why I do come to quarterbacks, because I think I think this Super Bowl will be between who will be better on the night. You obviously have Patrick Mahomes, who is, well, he is the next up-and-coming greatest of all time in NFL quarterbacks. Then you've got a novice Brock Purdy, who has never played in a Super Bowl. He's played in an NFC Championship, but he's never played in a Super Bowl. And I think that could potentially cost him. However, he is Mr. Irrelevant. He did get the final pick. And, well, he's proved the haters wrong. Obviously. Scoring touchdowns for fun. Assisting touchdowns, obviously, to George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk, and all of them lot. So, he knows what he's doing, Brock Purdy. He knows what he's doing. Brock Purdy could be one of them players that thrives on this field. He can thrive, and he will then, well, have fun on the Allegiant Stadium pitch. However, I just think Patrick Mahomes, he's experienced now, innit? He's 28-year-old, but yet he's experienced. He knows what it is like to win a Super Bowl. He knows what it is like to, well, play in a Super Bowl. He knows all of that stuff. And I do think because of that, I am going to say the Kansas City Chiefs will win this year's Super Bowl. And I know, as an NFL fan, it would be a shame, because the only thing we are going to see on our TVs is Taylor Swift. But I just think they've got enough quality to beat the 49ers. 49ers are obviously one of the best teams in the league. Chiefs, however, they have that experience. They have the experience. 49ers, maybe not of these players have actually played in a Super Bowl. George Kittle, I think, is probably one of the only players from that 2020 Super Bowl era that actually played in a Super Bowl. And I think the experience for the 49ers will eventually cost them. Don't get me wrong, they're 2 brilliant players. And I think it will be a brilliant game. But I think altogether, I just have a feeling that they will win, the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs, they're experienced, aren't they? They're a very experienced team. They know well what they're doing. They know how to get their style across. They know exactly that. And I think the Chiefs will win. I don't know how much, I'm going to say, if it is anything, obviously I'd love if there's over 77 points in this Super Bowl. It would be typical Vegas style, baby. But I do think Yeah, I think it'll be a very tight game, and I think it'll be similar to the Super Bowl we had in Miami when that finished 31-20. I think it'll be similar to that. But I think the Chiefs will just edge it out, and I think the Chiefs will win 28 to 16. I think they will still get touchdowns, but I think 28-17 to the Chiefs. I know the Chiefs are gonna. I know I'm saying the Chiefs will win the Super Bowl, but I just fancy them. 49ers are the favourites, but Chiefs in the Super Bowl, Chiefs in the playoffs, never write them off. So that is why I'm saying Patrick Mahomes will lift a 4th Lombardi trophy, and he will become, well, probably the fastest winning Super Bowl quarterback to win that many Super Bowls in his career. That is what I think. I think Travis Kelce will get another Super Bowl ring. Patrick Mahomes will. Chris Jones will. So because of that, I'm saying the Kansas City Chiefs will win this year's Super Bowl in Las Vegas. And just like that, the final NFL video of the 2023-24 season will be going close. And well, thank you very much for obviously the support through it. We will keep going with more videos. There will be a new sport that we'll be talking about later on this week, later on next week. But for the time being, I will get going. I will go. See you soon. Stay safe. Have a good Super Bowl. Don't stay up till late. I will go. See ya and bye-bye.